Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Jaime here, and this video is going to be a bit of a different one. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you these 6 books that I think are must reads for any digital marketer or for anyone trying to get into the digital marketing space. Whether you're trying to build an agency, whether you already have one, whether you're even going the freelancing way, or really whatever you're doing in the digital marketing space. Even if you're doing copywriting, for example, these are 6 books that I personally think are incredible, and these are 6 books that have had a really profound impact on my life and my skill set as well as my craft in the digital marketing space. Now, for those of you who don't know me and are new to the channel, first of all, welcome. A bit about me: I've been in this space for around 2 years. I decided to go down the agency route, so I built my social media marketing agency, and I scaled that agency past the 6 figures in 9 months. Really, my passion is building brands online, and that's really what my agency Mobile C does. It helps e-commerce brands grow to that 7 and 8 figure online. But that's a bit about myself. Now, let's get right into the books. Before I do, I just want to give a little note on reading. I personally think that reading is just one of those habits that if I don't have in place in my life, everything just starts to crumble. It's just funny how it happens, but when I make reading a habit, everything just falls into place. All my personal development habits, even my wavelength of thoughts is just much better. It's just more calm. I'm able to think much more clearly. And so to say that reading has had a profound effect on my life, it would be probably an understatement. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, the first book that I personally recommend is Growth Hacker Marketing by Ryan Holiday. This book will give you a little insight into how virality works, and really Ryan Holiday goes on to really explain what growth hacking even means and just the insane power of online advertising, the fact that you can track everything, and really just reveal some really cool hacks that you can use to grow a business online. So especially if you're new to the space, I really recommend this book. It's really just a great entry point into growth hacking and online advertising, and it makes it very clear why online advertising is just so much more powerful than billboards or magazines or just the traditional marketing medium. So really recommend this book. Now, the next books are the classics. If you haven't read them, obviously, it's an absolute must. And I personally love this guy. His name is Russell Brunson, and the book is .com Secrets. And so I recommend that you pick up first .com Secrets, then the second one is Expert Secrets, and the third book, which I've actually ordered just today, is actually Traffic Secrets. And so, yeah, honestly, these 2 books are great. It talks to you about how to drive traffic to offerings. It talks to you about how to actually get people excited about something, right? How to build a tribe online, and how to get people to buy your products, and not just buy a product, but buy into a brand, right? And so I really like the 360 approach that these books give you. And honestly, if you're really confused about this digital marketing thing, you want to get started, these 2 books are amazing, right? And actually, down below in the description, I will leave a link to these 2 books so you can actually claim a free copy. All you have to do is pay shipping. Honestly, it's just an incredible book, and I personally really recommend it. Russell Brunson is a really cool guy, and honestly, I've got so much respect for what he's built and really what he's doing for the digital marketing community. So really like this book's definitely a must read. Now, the next book I would say is more for agency owners, and that is the E-Myth Revisited. Okay, so this is a great book for agency owners, and the reason why I say that is because this book is really what popularized the concept of working on the business instead of working in the business. And so this book really gives you an insight into what it actually takes to work on the business and not in the business, right? How to actually think in systems, how to remove yourself from the equation, and how to actually duplicate yourself and not be a slave to clients. Okay, and so although it's not for agencies specifically, it gives you a bunch of examples, like for example a bakery, etc. It's really a great book for entrepreneurs, and if you're not in the agency space, it's still an amazing book. But if you're building an agency, this book will give you an insight into why we don't want to do everything ourselves and why we want to delegate certain tasks to really have that time, location freedom to an extent, but not only that, but actually be able to scale our agency much faster. So this is a pretty old book, but honestly, it's really just one of those books that are very powerful. And it's also a book that not many people know about. It says here that they've only sold 150,000 copies, which isn't too great, I guess. I think this book sold like 300,000 copies, just to give you an idea. And this book is relatively new. And so, yeah, honestly, an amazing book, and I could not recommend it more. And so, yeah, if you're really struggling because you don't have enough time, you feel like you are, slaving away for your clients, maybe you're doing a kind of like a freelancing gig with digital marketing, this book is certainly for you, and I will really teach you how to think in systems and how to build a scalable model. So that is that. The next book is Ogilvy on advertising. Now, for those of you who don't know who Ogilvy is, here's a picture of the guy, and arguably he is one of the best marketers and advertisers and agency owners in the past decade or two even. He has built one of the most successful agencies in the world, named after him, Ogilvy. And in this book, he really goes deep into the best advertising practices and really has a very data-centric approach. This book is particularly good for learning how to write very good copy, okay? So this book, if you are looking to write better copy, if you're looking to just pick the brain of someone who has built an incredibly successful agency like Ogilvy, if I'm not mistaken, the revenue is around 300 million a year, which is quite a lot. And so he's built an incredibly successful agency, has worked with some of the biggest clients in the space. And yeah, this book, I mean, it gives you even illustrations about different ads that he has run, and that he is very data driven. And that's really one of the things that really makes me passionate about the online marketing space, and the fact that it can be so data driven. And Ogilvy, definitely one of those advertisers that will teach you a ton. And so definitely go ahead and pick this up. And the final book is Scientific Advertising by Claude Hopkins. You could say that Claude Hopkins is in the same class as Ogilvy. They're both incredibly good advertisers, and I'm pretty sure they're from the same era. And so these two books are not related to digital marketing. The great thing with these books is that it will teach you a lot of marketing principles that are incredibly powerful, okay? And the thing about that is that digital marketing is not this new hacks or this new principles. It's just marketing principles that have been around for a very long time. The only difference is just that the medium is different. And also the fact that we can actually track much more, and so we can be much more data driven. And so that is why reading old school books like these will teach you a ton about digital marketing, simply because you can transfer the marketing principles that have been around for the longest time, and that the top marketers in the space have used, and you can put them in practice into digital marketing. In fact, I would say that a lot of the old marketing principles work tremendously well in digital marketing. For example, long form copy. For example, advertorials, right? A lot of people in the digital marketing sphere think that just because you're running Facebook ads, people don't want to read long form copy, or they don't want to see like a very raw organic picture. I would just tell you to ask yourself, what do people want to do when they jump on Facebook or they log into Instagram? They are there to check out their friends, right? Their pets, their grandparents, whatever it is, and to read stories. So that is why long form copy, which tells a story, which addresses pain points, which trigger emotions, and has a very appealing call to action to an advertorial looking landing page. And that is why that performs so much better than something that really looks like an ad, right? Why? Because people have put up massive walls around anything that looks like an ad, right? And so whenever they see an ad, they will just, automatically scroll right past it because they've put up massive walls. So we need to penetrate those walls unimpeded. And the way you do that is by writing long form copy, by making advertorial type ads. And these books are amazing on those topics. And so yeah, highly recommend these two books. And that is pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a big thumbs up. YouTube just loves it when that thing turns blue, so I'd really appreciate it. Also, leave down below any comments, any questions you may have on this video. Also, leave down below any book recommendations you may have for digital marketers. If I missed a book, for example, that you think is absolutely vital, leave it down below in the comments so others can benefit from that. And the final thing is, if you haven't checked out my free private mentorship community on Facebook, the Client Closers, it's an incredible community full of like-minded people looking to scale their agency and level up in life. We are talking marketing, online advertising, media buying, copywriting, outreach, sales, e-commerce, etc. And so if you want to join that, go ahead and check out the link in the description. And as always, guys, hope everything's going well in your agency journey, and I will speak to you in the next one. Peace.